Are much more aggressive in this one than I probably have ever seen in any other one of these movies in this franchise. Like, ever. I could be wrong in that, but I might be right. Hello, I'm John Talks. We're going to be talking about Evil Dead Burn today. Yeah, I was able to see the movie yesterday. You're going to read my thoughts about it, good and bad, and I'm also going to help you so that you know what to expect going into this movie if you plan on watching it this week. Let's get started. So, like and follow for more if you like to talk about TV and film like me. Let's get into this because I have a lot of thoughts about this. This is simply a review. Where do I start? Let's start with the positives. This movie wastes no time. I mean, zero time getting into the action. Like, it tells you who the main characters are, who the antagonists are, the protagonists are, and then boom, straight into the action. You understand, like, okay, this is what's going on with this movie. It's a movie about a group of friends, but really a family being traumatized by the trauma in the past, things that have happened with this family, all the while fighting this demon that's trying to tear apart this family and take him down from the inside. And with that being said, the demons in this movie, by far probably some of the most aggressive demons I've seen in the entire Evil Dead franchise. Like, I'm not kidding. I think they were more aggressive in this one than probably any other Evil Dead movie I've seen. And that says something. Because, like, all the demons and the entities in these movies, they have, like, a certain aggression to them. But when you have, like, this level of aggression in this movie with these demons, that, like, tops the other aggression and the other, like, aggressive nature that the other entities and demons have in the other ones, that says something. You're doing something good. I will also say this, for an Evil Dead movie, this had some of the most amazing cinematography I've seen in one of these movies from these franchises. I know, like, generically, like, horror movies are gonna be shot the way they're shot. There's kind of, like, no excitement that, gets put into these type of horror movies. And I say these type of horror movies because these are more of, like, your thrillers, you're more of, like, your slashers in a way. They have a story, but it's more about the thrills and the kills, right? This movie, specifically in this franchise, probably one of the most beautifully shot Evil Dead movies I've seen thus far. If you are somebody that goes for, like, the thrills and the kills because of these movies, and that is the thing that entices you to go see these movies, you're very much going to like this movie because it has a lot of blood and guts. A lot of blood and guts. I mean, some of the fight scenes with the demons, especially, they got really experimental. Really experimental. They did some stuff that I didn't think, like, okay, how could you top Evil Dead Rise in the sense of, like, what you're doing as far as the fight scenes and some of the, like, the blood and the gore and, like, the killing scenes and the thrills of the whole entire franchise. This movie definitely tops that. Now, here's what I want to say. Is it better than Evil Dead Rise? No. No. There's some shots in here where it's reminiscent of Evil Dead Rise. Specifically, there's one scene where the movie starts off. I will spoil this for you guys. The movie starts off literally like Evil Dead Rise. It happens on a lake. These guys are fishing. This girl comes out of the lake, and boom, that's the start of the movie, right? This movie starts like Evil Dead Rise. But is it better than Evil Dead Rise? No. And the reason why I'm saying that is because for as much as I did like the characters in this movie, I didn't feel a sense of attachment to these characters as I did to the Evil Dead Rise movie. In the Evil Dead Rise movie, it was very much, again, like a family-oriented style plot. It was very much about, like, the interconnectedness of the family fighting this demon and fighting the entity, right? In this one, it's somewhat like that, and it's still like that with the family dynamic aspect of it, but you don't get enough time to, I feel like, attach yourself to these characters where it would make you want to root for them more. It just kind of like, okay, this is this character, this is this character, this is this character, this is this character, this is this family, and then boom, they get straight into, like, the plot and the nitty gritty of things, right? Which I understand. I like that, right? If a movie is going in that direction, okay, give me the action. Give me. Don't waste any time. Don't pull your punches. Give me the action. If that's where you're going, I want to see the action, like, right away, right? But if you're having a story where it's, like, family dynamic and family-centered, and you want to have it where you're rooting for the characters and rooting for this family, then I feel like you need enough time to give us, as the audience, enough time to kind of sit with these characters, enough for us to want to root for them. And I feel like this one didn't do that. That's something that Evil Dead Rise did really good at with the family dynamic, especially with the brother and sister relationship that they established early on with the two siblings. I feel like they really did a good job with that one, as opposed to this one where it was kind of like, okay, this is family, but we gotta get straight into what's going on, okay? But with that being said, for as much as nitpicky, like, the little story aspects of it that I didn't particularly like in this movie, overall, this is still a good movie. On my Letterboxd, I rated it as a 3.5 out of 5. I think that's a strong rating. I think that's a fair rating for this movie. Knowing what it is, I liked it a lot. for the most part, outside of the little nitpicky stuff that I was talking about with the family dynamic and the aspects of the story, overall this is still a very solid Evil Dead movie. If you did enjoy Evil Dead Rise, I will say this: you might want to stick tuned and stay in your seats till literally that final credit rolls, because there are 2 post-credit scenes in this, and I think one of these post-credit scenes has something to do with Evil Dead Wrath, which comes out next year, and that's going to be like a prequel movie to the Evil Dead franchise. So that's really cool, and when I saw it, you're gonna flip out. It's really cool, and I have like a theory video that I'm gonna make about that later, that I just think that ties in with this whole entire thing. I think it's really cool. But enough said. Go and watch Evil Dead. If you have seen it, comment your thoughts about it in the comment section. As always, like and follow for more. I'm John Talks. Thank you guys for the love and support, and I will see you in the next review. Deuces.